The xenomorph hive is controlled by the queen alien. Her height is around 15 to 20 feet tall, but she's been known to grow taller over a long period of time. The queen's primary role is to control the hive and create more xenomorphs. She is usually found deep within a hive and surrounded by eggs. In some stories, the queen is protected by the Praetorians. These are one of the highest alien castes that have huge crowns that resemble a queen alien. The xenomorphs communicate with each other through a collective consciousness, which is directed by the queen. She would give orders to the other aliens through telepathy and with shrieks. The method of producing aliens is when the queen stations herself in a secluded area. The most common locations are in the lower levels of a facility or structure. The queen would grow an egg sac in her rear end, known as the ovipositor. During the queen's early stages, as the egg sac forms on her body, she can still move around. But as the weight becomes heavier, she will be unable to move and has to settle down for the next stage. As the ovipositor grows, the hive resin will be used to keep it suspended. Now, as the eggs are produced, they are pushed down like a production line where they exit from the tip of the egg sac. Since the queen alien becomes more vulnerable in this stage, she becomes dependent on her children to defend her. The drone aliens would also carry the eggs around the hive to nursery areas. During this stage, the queen is unable to move, but in the case of survival, she can detach from the egg sac. This process is quite painful, but she can still grow a new egg sac in the future. Destroying the egg sac alone will not be fatal to the queen. The queen has been seen to leave the hive in order to defend herself or to protect her species. She would also relocate to another area if she was held in captivity. She attacks with her four arms, tail, and in her jaw. The queen has shown some higher level of intelligence during the movie Aliens, where she learned how to use the lift to follow Ripley. And also, in the 2004 movie Alien vs. Predator, she commanded her children to bite into her body so the acid blood would splash onto the chains to free her. Depending on which source you choose to believe, queen aliens are produced in a number of ways. One of them is through a royal facehugger that carries a queen embryo. This special facehugger is very rare, but it was seen in the movie Alien 3. Other sources say that a Praetorian is basically a young queen alien, and this is because its crown is very similar to a queen alien. And then we have something called royal jelly. It is a substance produced by the queen xenomorph. This substance can trigger a regular xenomorph to molt into a queen. This can be used as a last resort if there are no royal facehuggers or Praetorians left in the hive. Now, in the comic book stories, royal jelly was harvested from a few remaining xenomorph hives. It was refined into a performance-enhancing drug by a company called Neopharm. On the black market, it was simply called Fire. It would increase their speed, agility, strength, instincts, and they would feel no pain, but it would also affect their mental stability. They would become violent and could not control themselves. Even losing a limb would not stop them. One Olympic athlete took a double dose of Xenozip and kept running past the finish line. He ran through a wall, which led to his death. If a human had the scent of Xenozip on their body, it would cause an alien to go into extreme amounts of aggression, possibly due to the scent of a rival hive. In another story, a brilliant biochemist named Gropius Lysenko was studying the psychoactive properties of royal jelly. He ingested a variant of royal jelly, and the side effect allowed him to separate his consciousness. His mind could leave his physical form and be thrown into the bodies of others. Royal jelly was seen in the 2010 video game Alien vs. Predator. It has been theorized that this is how Specimen 6 was able to molt into a queen alien. Now, in the video game Alien vs. Predator 2 from 2001, Dr. Eisenberg was in charge of a project that studied the xenomorph's chemistry. He was supposed to create cures and medical drugs, but instead, he was secretly trying to find a way to control the xenomorph hive. He was able to capture the xenomorph Empress, which was presumed to establish order on a planet with multiple hives. The Empress would be taller than a queen alien. It would reach around 20 to 25 feet tall. As a queen alien ages, her crown would change slightly, and if she happens to be the oldest queen on the planet, she becomes the Empress. After a hive grows to around 2,000 members, the younger queen set out to create hives in other areas. If the Empress were to die, the other queens would fight amongst each other until one of them would assume the role of the Empress. So along with age, it also means the Empress is the most dominant queen amongst the others. The queen alien seen in the 2010 video game Alien vs Predator was seen to have a white color. It's possible this was due to old age. In the video games, comic books, and movies, the Predators, along with the Super Predators, were shown to capture queen aliens. This would allow them to create xenomorphs for their trials and rite of passage. The captured queen aliens were kept on ships or in pyramids. The last thing that I want to mention is that multiple queens cannot be in the same hive. Upon birth, the queen chestbursters will fight amongst each other until only one of them is left. If a facehugger carrying a queen larva was laid while an active queen was alive, this egg would be removed from the queen's chamber. The drones would serve the queen in creating a new hive elsewhere, even if it meant killing their own kind. So that covers the queen alien. If you want to know more about the xenomorph, then check out my other videos. I've covered topics about their elongated skull, their acidic blood, their social nature, and their dorsal tubes. If you want to see a specific topic covered, then you can put your suggestion in the comments section. Thanks for watching. My name is Acid Glow, and I'll see you in the next video.